Hello everybody, hope you are doing well. In today's video we are going to fetch and display pins from Firebase, so hope you find it exciting and let's start coding. Okay, so first thing we want to do is go to our user service and create a new function that will enable us to fetch the pins. So function fetch pins, it will be async throws, and as you probably have guessed, it needs to return an array of items. Okay, and it's really very easy, so all we need to do is to get all the documents from Firebase. So it will be equal to let snapshot equal to try wait, and here we will have firestore then dot collection, and we need to get it from this collection, which is pins. So pins, and then we need to get all these documents. So dot get documents, and that's all. The second thing we need to do is to convert it into an item array so we can return it. So in other words, we will have var pins equal try snapshot, and we get our document. So document, then we will use compact mat to transform it and convert it into an array of items. So dot compact map, and here we will have try $0.data, and we will use it as with the decoder. As you can see, it retrieves all fields in a document and converts them into an instance of color specified type, which is in our case item.self. So this way we return an array of item, and now all we need is to return pins, and that's all to be able to fetch the pins. Now the next step is to display this. So we need to go to our home view model, put this under comment, we don't need this anymore, and instead of this, or let's delete it, we won't need it anymore. Instead of all this, we will have var items, it will be an array of items, and it will be by default an empty array. Then we will have a function that loads posts, or load pins. It will be async throws, and we will call the function that we just created. So we will have items equal to try wait user service dot shared dot fetch pins. That's all to load the pins. Now in my home view, here inside this vstack, when it appears, I want to call my load post. So in dot on appear, I want to have a task, and here I will have try wait view model dot load pins. This way I get all the pins, which is perfect so far. Another thing I want to do now, if I go to my item card, as you see, currently I'm displaying an image from my asset folder, but now the images are from Firebase, so I want to display them, and for this I'm going to use Kingfisher. So file add package dependency, I will use Kingfisher. You will find the link in the description. Make sure that in dependency rule up to next major version is selected, and click on add package. Okay, and we do add package. Okay, once this is done, we do a build CMDB, or I think you can click on this product and then build, but the CM command B is a shortcut. Okay, we wait for it to build. Hopefully the build is successful. Now all we need is to import Kingfisher, and as you can see, it is already recognizing it. and instead of image item.image name, we'll replace it with kf image, and here we will have a URL string, and here we will call item.image name. Once this is done, so hopefully now that I run, I can display the pins from Firebase. So if we check here, as you can see, we got two pins. One that is Rolex, and the other, I think it's Natasha Romanov. Yes, Natasha Romanov. So we got two pins. So hopefully now we should have only two pins and one image of the watch and another of Natasha Romanov. Okay, so finger crossed everything will be working perfectly. Okay, so let's wait for it. Okay, perfect, as you can see, which is correct. I got two pins, one of the watch and one of Natasha, which is perfect. But now we got a few issues. If I click on this, I'm unable to go to the detail view. And if you wonder why, it's because if I go to my root folder inside root view, as you can see, it's inside the group. And then if a user session is not nil, I go to main tab view. And if I go to main tab view, as you can see, I don't have a navigation stack. So here in my home view, the first thing I want to do is have a navigation stack. So I need to embed this inside the vstack and call it a navigation stack, so that now when I click on it, I am able to go to the detail view. That's the first thing I want to do. The second thing I want to do is in my detail view, I want to import Kingfisher. Okay, and here I want to display, instead of having this image with viewModel.item.image name, I want to replace it with kf image, and here I will have URL with a string, and for the string it will be viewModel.itemIndex of .image name. Okay, so if I click now, let's check it. And here also I'm going to show you a little issue what we got now. Okay, so finger crossed it works. And now we can go and work on fixing the issue that we still have. So if I go here, as you can see, it is displaying the correct pin. But if I click on Natasha Romanov, as you can see, it's still displaying the first pin, which is wrong. So many of you may be wondering why. Okay, and the reason behind this is if I go to where I'm displaying my detail view, I think it's in staggered grid, I think, if I'm not wrong. So let me check where I'm calling my detail view, or in home view, I think. Okay, in home view, as you can see here, I'm doing a test on $0.id compared to item.id. But if I go to my Firebase, as you can see, for ID, I'm giving it the user ID. So the two pins got both of them the same ID because both of them are getting the user ID. So that's why it's wrong, and to replace it, we can replace it with the item name, for example. So if now I'm doing the check on the item name, it should be working perfectly. So now if I run, I should be able to display the right pin. Okay, so finger crossed now. Everything will be working perfectly, so. Okay, and to be fair, in Firebase I should have called it user ID instead of ID. It's a better name. But anyway, okay, so if I click on the watch, I display the right one, and if I click on Natasha, also I display the right one. So that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.